What's up, fuckers? Sorry, I gotta turn off my fan real quick. Today, we are going to be reacting to Reddit gym horror stories. Basically just stories that people had to share on Reddit. That are so bad and so horrible. Fails and creeps and everything in between. So let's get started. I don't know how to film. So I have my handy dandy Chromebook here. I have Reddit open, and we're going to read through these. Worst experience in the gym. What was your worst experience in the gym / working out? Mine is actually non-workout related, but happened in the gym, so I lump it in with all of that. There's a guy at my gym I had seen frequently, although I rarely see him on the gym floor. He seems to spend much of his time in the locker room. For several months, it seemed like any time I'm in a shower, he comes right in afterward. One week, I noticed that while drying off in the shower area, he will be peering around the shower curtain and leering at me while I was drying off. I let it drop since he's not actively doing anything towards me. Then one day working out, I noticed this guy is actually on the gym floor as well and seems to be hovering around where I am. After my workout, I decided to go into the sauna for a while, and as I'm lying there, the man comes in but sits in the opposite corner from me. After about 5 minutes, the guy gets up and sits on the same side as me. I glance up a few minutes later, and the dude is staring directly at my dick, but quickly looks away when I catch him. I catch him doing the same thing a few minutes later. At this point, I have only about 2 minutes until I'm done in the sauna, so I figure I'll wait it out. Before that time is up, however, I got to tap my foot from this dude, and we had this exchange. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Him, do you want a massage? Me, I'm flattered, dude, but I'm straight, I'll pass. Him, yeah, I have a girlfriend, I'm bi, but sometimes I like guys too. Me, K. Dead silence for about 30 seconds, and I figure I should leave at this point. But before I could get up, him. So you don't like guys? Maybe we could get a girl and fuck her together. Wow. Me, seriously? I'm gathering up my towels at this point to exit, but before I can get out, he continues. Him, have you ever been with a guy before? I don't usually like guys, but you're so attractive. Do you mind if I, okay. This is, yeah. I don't know if this is real. You can only imagine where this goes next. Cops. Wow, that is, okay. Moving on. So my gym used to be awesome. It had big purses of various bodybuilders hanging all around, several squat racks, and basically everything you could want in a gym. Unfortunately, the owners went bankrupt and sold it to Omni. I lived in it for a month or two while the new owner was transitioning, and he saw me deadlifting very heavy weights multiple times. I talked to the new owner a few times about undesired powerlift, and he seemed like a decent guy. Even though he replaced all the equipment and only bought in a single squat rack, since there was no other gyms in close proximity, I signed a 1-year contract. The day after I signed, I went to deadlift, and one of the employees stopped me while I was warming up with 3 plates and told me I was intimidating some other members and I couldn't deadlift anymore. I was fantastically annoyed, so I came back the next day to ask the owner if that was a policy. He supported his employee and told me he didn't want any hardcore lifting in his gym. The guy had allowed me to sign a year-long membership contract with full knowledge of how I lifted, and my goal is so he could, get a few $100 more. It took me a couple of months, my wife and I being a dick to him in person and over the phone, but he did eventually allow us to cancel the contract. Still, it was $60 a month for 2 memberships, so several $100s in months of deadlifting were gone. Now I lift at home. Wow, that's interesting. Just clearly trying to get money from somebody when you don't want them deadlifting in your gym. That's people are just. I could never do that to somebody. So what are your worst, funniest gym experiences? Guys, also, I have a cut on my tongue, so, mumbling a little bit. So I took a sip from a water fountain, and as I stood up, a tiny drop of water went down my windpipe. I knew I was going to cough, and I tried to contain it. What happened was a very strong burst of mist came out of my pursed lips right into the face of a girl waiting in the line for the fountain. Wow. I went as red as a tomato, and she kind of laughed and asked if I was okay. I managed to get out, I think so, and she politely dabbed her face with the towel. That's love. That's how love starts. How I Met Your Mother. Come on, tell me that's not like a love story. Are my lights on? Yeah, okay. That's interesting. You blew on her face and she laughed. Oh boy. So I think I win with this one. A few months ago, I was doing heavy, for me, flat races and getting into pretty good motion with a bit of a swing. I let the 45s I was holding get a little too carried away and bam. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh wow, this guy looks sick. There's no way, Natty my ass. What the? Wow. Oh my gosh. I went to this place at the park down the week. Wait, what? Can this dude spell? I went to this place down at the park last week. Okay, I can't read. I heard about called the Jungle Gym. That place sucked ass. I just wanted to get some chin ups and cardio in, but I swear to God, there was like 39-year-olds running around being little shits with their parents just standing there, while their parents just stood there staring at me. I think they were intimidated by an awesome routine since not even one of them decided to work out. This one kid tried to give me crap telling me I wasn't supposed to be there. I told him to beat it and started working my forearms on these parallel bars. The bars were too low to the ground for any person to use, and while I was working out, the same kid tried to throw rocks at me. Big mistake. I decided to yell at the kid to teach him some manners, but the kid's dad decides to yell at me, telling me to get lost and leave his kid alone, or he was going to call the police. So I hit the guy with a dragon kick right in the mouth, and he dropped like a rock. What the fuck is Reddit? Holy shit. The kid starts crying, and seeing other adults started freaking out all over the place. Like I did something wrong in defending myself. I should have been offended, but I was so amused by my dragon kick that I laughed my ass off instead at the poor bastard lying on the ground half unconscious. Oh my gosh. See, I don't... I'm... I might be like, hey kid, I'm about to kick your dad's ass. Maybe just take a walk. But, I mean, he just did it. Wow. Also, I wouldn't hit his dad if his dad didn't touch me. That's a little weird. But, okay. I embarrassed myself at the university gym. So, I have exercised regularly. I have never exercised regularly in my life. I just started running a mile and felt like a badass after sprinting my last lap today. I am not a really shy person, but I had to work up enough courage to enter the weight room for the first time at my university gym. It was pretty cool. All the nice machines and equipment. With my newfound courage, I asked two guys if the bench press rack was adjustable. They gave me a funny look. 2 seconds later, they asked if I was an athlete. I responded and then told them that the other weight room was down. I responded and then was told that the other weight room was downstairs. I felt so fucking stupid. To make matters worse, I tried to shake it off, the recent embarrassment, and just stayed the course lifting weights in the current weight room. After doing some reps on the bench press, I chose some kind of pull down bar. Turns out I was facing the wrong way and I should have had my back against the backrest. This got me a few funny looks. After that, on the way back to the locker room, I could not imagine where I was going to get the courage to shower for the first time in front of people that might see me naked in shame. I did it anyways and hoped that no one recognized me the next time I'm in there. You may think that what happened was a big deal, but I surprised myself by how dumb I felt afterwards. So to those that have experienced something similar, kudos for sticking with it and going back. Yeah, I mean, it's your first time at the gym, man. It's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure everybody has a story like that. It's normal. Sure, it was embarrassing, but like I said, we all have our stories. I was walking back to the locker room of my current gym over the winter last year. As I walked past the cardio area, I heard the loudest, deepest sound you could ever imagine. The gym is in the basement. I immediately realized that there had been a huge explosion upstairs and that the ceiling was not on its way down at the very moment. It was coming down quick. Instinct kicked in and I dropped down in a ready stance with my arms bracing over my head and every muscle flexed. I let out a loud cry and waited. The boom was followed by crashing, then some cymbals and a rhythm section. I had hit the volume button on my headphones from next to off all the way up. I put my eyes down, went into the locker room, got my stuff, and walked out with my eyes on the ground as fast as I could. Oh my gosh. So he heard something in his headphones and thought that it was his gym crashing. That's tough. But bro, noise cancellation AirPods, they're no joke. They are no joke. I love my noise cancellation AirPods. They are amazing. Gym goers of Reddit, what was the worst mistake you ever seen anyone make at the gym? There's nothing good here. Reddit, what's the worst violation of gym etiquette you've ever witnessed? And this is going to be our last one here, I think. What the hell? Come back. There's 2 squat racks parallel to one another in a corner, and there was just a stupid huge group of people crowded around it talking amongst themselves. So I usually start my routine with squatting, but whatever. There's a lot of people there around, so I decided to bench press first. I finished my set and see the squat area, basically with people still. But then I realized something: none of them are even using the damn machines. Like, they're completely hogging the entire entire real estate, and even leaning on the rack, but no one's using the fucking thing. So I get to be made an asshole when I go over and ask if anyone's using these. I get shot the dirtiest look by those leaning against the rack, as if I violated some sort of social gym norm by taking their leaning space. I don't fucking know. Worst part was that they didn't really disperse, and instead a few of them were just watching me. Did people not get what we can tell with all the mirrors around? Which made me more nervous than I would have liked to have been. Whatever though, still pushed through a great set. Yeah, so I, man, 8th graders, dude. There's fucking 8th graders, and some even 7th graders come into my gym. They sit there, they crowd around each other, and they talk, and they don't lift. They just talk. Then they grab the foam rollers, and they start fucking sparring with the foam rollers. They run around. They do everything but work the fuck out. They wrestle on the mats with tons of people around. 8th graders. But I'm gonna get better at reading. Like I said, I have a cut on my tongue right now, so it kind of hurts to talk a bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on post notifications. That's the bell button right next to the subscribe button. Once you press it, code VITO@post.com, spottinggear.co, and CamelSupplements.com. If you don't know, I vlog 6 days a week. It's just that on Sundays I don't lift in the gym, so I don't vlog. I have a pretty boring day, filled with cardio. So I do sit down videos on those days. But thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, come back. I promise it'll be better.